Hi, I'm Ricky. Welcome to MentorcliQ's Mentoring Soundbites, where we answer some of the most common and important questions professionals just like you ask about starting, managing, and growing their mentoring programs. In this video, several talent development leaders from top organizations share their strategies they've used to match participants successfully within mentoring programs. We hope you find this video helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe for more mentoring best practices like these.
My first piece of advice has to do with creating those relationships. And the philosophy that I used even before MentorcliQ was to find 2 or 3 maximum points of connection for a mentee and mentor. Sometimes there's just one point of connection. For example, if your organization has established competencies, have the mentees select just 1 or 2 or 3 competencies that they want to work on, and have your mentors identify the competencies that they're good at. And if you just use that one dimension as a pairing mechanism, that will get you about 80% there. The other 20% can be other things, but that right there is enormous. And it's something that I learned early on, but I didn't learn early enough. And so the first time we did mentee-mentor matching manually, we had to read every single word on every application, and it was just much more intensive. And I found now with 5+ years of doing it by using just one dimension where you can pair people up, I've had so many mentors and mentees come to me and say, "How did you pair us up? What's the magic?" I almost hate to reveal the secret, but it's as simple as finding at least one dynamic. And what I love about MentorcliQ is that it goes beyond that, especially with the personality matching, and then being able to match automatically multiple dimensions.
They need to have been with the company at least a year. We want all mentors and mentees to have gone through at least one performance cycle. The mentee needs to be committed to driving the relationship. It is up to the mentee to put together his or her goals, write smart plans around those goals, set up the meetings, communicate with their manager on how the program is going and what they want to tackle in the mentor relationship. And we want mentees who have a strong desire to grow their career, preferably in the leadership function. Now, leadership can be people leadership, it can be individual contributor roles also. We ask the mentees ahead of time to choose from predefined focus areas. We've come up with 5 focus areas. So they need to let us know, and it helps me match them up. Do they want to focus on organizational savvy, business acumen, leadership development, career management, or personal effectiveness? So they can pick 1, sometimes 2 of those focus areas. Then we purposely do not match, we learned this early on, a mentee with anyone in the management chain. We match mentees with people who are not in their management chain. It's just a more comfortable relationship. Again, and I have to stress this, it is up to the mentee to make sure they're keeping their manager apprised of their progress and what they're tackling, so that the manager can help them, because that's the manager's role, is to make sure that they're getting performance feedback on how things are going.
We took what had been more very generic definitions of mentoring and why we were doing mentoring, and we created a purpose statement that is more specific. It tracks to our Grow Career journey. It talks about our culture of inclusion, and it talks about the benefits that both a mentor and mentee will get out of our program. And then it also talks about how we're aligning our mentoring focus areas to our leader fundamentals and our strategic differentiators that we've identified as a person progresses as a leader in our organization.
We ran a very broad mentor recruitment campaign across the organisation, and in just 2 weeks we had over 100 people sign up to be mentors at all levels of the organisation, and actually 65% of the mentors enrolled in our programme are men. And we need those allies. We need them to step up and to be a voice for the promotion and advancement of women.
I did 2 years ago as a mentee, and you've been participating as a mentee, it's time to give back. And then the first reaction is, but I don't even know what to do. And then for that, we had an answer. This year, we implemented trainings, and we specified on training and building capabilities for our mentors, not just training on how to mentor and what to talk about, but also how to use the tool itself, leverage the MentorcliQ tool as a way of managing your relationship effectively and keeping yourself in track. And then being a mentor is not even that hard. It's just following and listening and advising, not solving. And as long as you keep that in mind, you're not rescuing somebody, you're just there to provide perspective. So we try to make sure that we drive that concept, and that's it. You're just sharing your experience about a certain dilemma, problem, challenge that your mentees come into you with. And all they're doing is asking you, how did you deal with that? And that's all you're doing as a mentor.
I probably spent too much time just checking, is this match going to be good for this person? And really just going through it with my probable knowledge of people. And I could have saved that time. The mentoring system and pairing works. So just trust it. And it's amazing to hear stories from employees around, how did this happen? Oh my goodness, we have so much in common. And, we established this common ground and this safe environment and this so quickly, so I would definitely say, just trust the system over and over again. Trust the system. Don't create extra work. It's not necessary. You've figured out the secret sauce to pairing mentors. So that's a huge plus.
Have you struggled with ineffective mentoring program matches? What solutions have you used to make improvements? Let us know in the comments below. Effectively matching participants in mentoring programs creates more successful mentoring relationships. When matches are cohesive, you can easily meet program goals and objectives, including reducing participant turnover and building a stronger culture across your organization. A poor matching strategy will ultimately lead to wasted effort and an expensive mentoring program that just doesn't get results. For even more mentoring tips, check out the links below or visit us at mentorcliq.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to get updated on mentoring best practices like these.